Hey guys, how's it going? Marty is here. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Friday. Wonderful day to be alive. Long time no see. Been busy. It's all good. I've been meaning to get back on the video thing, and perhaps with this one we will. Before I get started, three videos planned coming up. First of all is my year-end list of 2016. I am greatly lax in getting this together because since the Metal Maniacs or Worm Gear days, I haven't really cared so much for doing lists, but everybody's doing them, so might as well throw my 2 cents into the ring. I like usually waiting until the year is over before I start looking back, but there's that. I've got another video planned. I'm going to talk about the new Metallica album and some other things related to that, which everybody else, a lot of people have already done this, so my views are probably not going to be anything too earth-shattering, but still want to do it. Been meaning to do it. And thirdly, the 21st of this month, I'm pretty sure this is happening. If not, there'll be a video announcing it. There's going to be a 4-way live stream conversation between myself, Brain Smasher, which is Ben, Eric Bauer, and Bog Phantom. We're going to get together and shoot the shit about music, maybe the music industry, just some things centered around that. Should be a pretty intimate and hopefully detailed conversation. That's coming up. I will announce that later, but for now I just want to run through some stuff that I've been listening to and recently have acquired. In the background, should it be too loud, is the new Panfaga with I can't say this, Dringskapper. Panfaga. Fantastic. I have copies of this in the distro. The vinyl is coming. This is a Nordvist Productions release. Fantastic. If you're a fan of Arcanum, another Swedish band, take note. I think Panfaga take the Arcanum formula and run with it and perfected it, to be honest with you. Very good, very catchy, very epic, amazing black metal. Definitely check it out. First bit of this, I've got tapes and records to show you today. First off, I've been meaning to show these, but I've been listening to them a lot. I've got, speaking of Bog Phantom, this is his black metal project, Bashmu. What do we got here? Draped in the obsidian black cloak of the abyss. And, dissipation of ethereal mist. I think this is the second one, this is the first one. Well, this was, I feel very fortunate to have gotten these. These were super limited. Thanks, Bog, for sending me the first one. I bought the second one. Really appreciate it. I've been spinning the crap out of these. Basically, if you haven't heard this, this is lo-fi underground black metal. Bashmu are very organic sounding, with maybe 2 to 3 riffs per song, with real drums, real roomy drum sound. The vocals creep in and out, very acidic, though atmospheric vocal performance and style. It sounds, basically his vocals sound like there's a spirit on fire, and it really adds to the overall feel and depth of this album. Very good black metal, very organic sounding, atmospheric. You know, first initial listen on Bandcamp, I thought, you know, this sounds good, but nothing outstanding. But once I got the tapes and actually started to really listen to them, I found myself listening to them a lot, and that's always a good sign. Bog is definitely on a very good path that embraces the old spirit of black metal and the mystical. Very much, you could tell the things he's into with occult. His occult education definitely pours through this music, and definitely, I think they're getting reissued. On a recent video of his, they're getting reissued by some label in Canada, limited to 100. It'd be both releases on one tape. Definitely check out Bashmu. I think if he keeps at this project, good things are coming for him. Excellent. Next up, a friend of mine got me this Vedrusi Vieter cassette. I think this is their first album, or possibly a demo on cassette. Been listening to this a lot as well. I think this is out on Tour de Garde and Werewolf Productions co-release. Excellent. Russian black metal. I don't know if these guys are sketchy or not. I don't think they are. If so, it's very minor. Excellent black metal. Very atmospheric. This is definitely the kind I like. You put it on, it kind of like teleports your mind to a different realm. Excellent stuff. I have put in a trade with Werewolf Productions to try to get in both of this band's CDs. They shipped their side of the package 3 weeks ago and they haven't showed up, so I don't know what the fuck that means. Who knows? I don't know if I'll be getting those or not. Next up, this is kind of a random buy. Actually, it's not that random. Dave Main put this cassette by Necromantic Worship in his year-end list. And the little snippet he put on there, I'm like, wow, that sounds really good. So, Nuclear War Now Productions had both of them. This is The Calling. This is the latest. And this is, I can't read it very well with the purple on. Spirit of the... I don't know, I can't read it. My eyes must be going to hell on me. Both of these are Pro cassettes. Purple tape. My first listen to these, I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's really sitting that well with me. I come back to them a later date. This is the first one, purple cassette. I came back a later date, put them on, and finally clicked with me. Basically, these guys create a very old school form of death metal with a little bit of black metal influences. I guess if you're going to think about old Samael mixed with Baharit. This is kind of the spirit these tapes are in, and honestly, they are quite good. Very catchy, simplistic, some dark, eerie synth work mixed in. Ritualistic black death metal. I don't know where these guys are from. I did not do my homework, but what would you expect from me just pulling this shit out of my ass, right? Next up, I do not remember where these guys are from, but I got this off of eBay pretty cheap. Sorrow, Hatred, and Disgust by Sorrow. This is an old road racer cassette. This is one of those bands that evaded me back in the day. Rotate. This actually, I got this for like $4. It's in really, really great shape. Death Doom. Very slow moving, deep, very deliberate vocals that the vocal lines kind of follow the guitar line riff, so it tells me that the guitar player or bass player probably plays and sings at the same time. But it's very good, enjoyable, kind of teleports me back to those days. And honestly, speaking of being teleported back to those days, I've made it perfectly known that I am not the world's biggest fan of cassettes. But the last month I've found myself buying a shit ton of them. It's like I started doing it and was reminded of my younger teenage years of, you know, collecting cassettes, and it's like all of a sudden this nostalgic gate has been opened up and I no longer am worried about buying cassettes anymore. I've got good decks. I'm not worried about them getting eaten. You know, the collector scum in me, you know, limited runs of this stuff. It's makes it even more appealing. Know that the band had their hands on each one of their products. So yeah, I'm buying tapes again. So expect to see more tapes. I got a bunch of shit coming, like 5 more cassettes I just ordered. I got some other shit I need to show. It's a sickness. What are you gonna say? Next up, just got this recently. This is the new Void Meditation Cult with Utter the Tongue of the Dead. I got the gold vinyl edition of Hell's Headbangers. If you've never heard this band before, this is the main guy that was in the band, the death black metal band Manticore, out of Ohio. He left the band and started to do this project, which initially was called Sperm of Antichrist. But Void Meditation Cult to me sounds like the logical continuation of Manticore. Maybe a little more focus on the black metal side, but it's very occultic, ritualistic, black death metal. Again, that old Beherit spirit shines through this material. It's not necessarily fast and chaotic war metal. It's very catchy, simplistic, but eerie stuff. I really enjoy this band. I enjoy the early Manticore stuff. The newer stuff, the band, after this guy left, Manticore continued on, but it does not sound, the band does not sound the same as they did. They're still decent, but with Void Meditation Cult, you could tell the spirit of Manticore left the band. Next up, I cannot remember the name of this, but this is Misartham's newest. It's in Morse code. I think it's called Absence. Cannot remember, but I really started getting into this band. I'm kind of obsessing over them. This is just black vinyl, some cool labels. Australian black metal. To be honest, this band really heavily reminds me of Midnight Odyssey, with the super epic black metal with synth work. There are 2 other Misartham records I have, which I should have shown with this. I didn't. Almost like 80s synth pop mixed with black metal, but this album is less of the synth pop influence. You know, that sounds strange, like, oh, that sounds really dumb. But it really works well for some strange reason. It makes the songs more memorable and unique. But this album, a little less synth poppy, but the synths are still very prominent. Very enjoyable black metal. Again, it sounds like Dis Pater from Midnight Odyssey is in this band. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if he was, to be honest with you, because this project sounds a lot like Midnight Odyssey to me. I don't know if it's just because they're both Australian, but makes me wonder. Next up, these next 3 albums I have in the distro, and definitely, if you have some extra cash, I will leave the link to the distro below. First up is Vemod with Viter Stormen. Got in copies of these from Territor. Definitely, I know I'm a little late to the party getting them in the distro. That's usually the way it goes, but definitely check this band out. Excellent Norwegian black metal. This is not a gatefold. If you've never heard them, they, to me, are the logical salute to the ancient ways of Norwegian black metal and to the future. They have that overall, it comes with a little booklet, they have that overall old spirit, but they don't sound exactly like Emperor. They don't sound exactly like Dark Throne. They have their own sound. There's an experimental quality. This is all spot gloss inside, as you can see. It's really shiny. Yeah, it comes with a poster and just a standard black vinyl, but it is a printed inner, which also has spot gloss, which you can see. Yes, I've got in a handful of these left. Definitely come and check them out. It's definitely worth your investigation. Otherworldly black metal. Excellently produced. Mystical. Definitely right up my alley. It should be up yours as well. This was in from Nordvis. This is the Drudkh Grift split 12-inch. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the titles. But this is really two really good. This is what, 2 songs from Drudkh and 2 songs from Grift. Am I correct on that? Yep, 2 and 2. Gatefold. Not a printed inner sleeve. Excellent. Both bands complement each other quite nicely. Drudkh is, of course, Ukrainian black metal royalty at this point. They've never really put out an album that I've hated. They've put out some that maybe didn't click with me as well as others, but this is a good album, and it's definitely a worthwhile addition to your collection. I also have the Drudkh Hades Rising, Hades Almighty split in stock. If you would like a copy of that as well, I've got a bunch of them. Come and get it. And lastly, another one I have in the distro that if you've missed out on, you should definitely check out. It's the new Deathspell Omega, the Synarchy of Molten Bones. Very cool title, very cool cover. This is a full length. Its build is a full length, but it's very short. But the music on here is like off the charts craziness. Comes with a printed insert with the lyrics and just black record. Heard people refer to these guys as jazz-inspired black metal, which isn't too far off the mark, although it's a lot darker and more fucked up than jazz, really. These guys are pretty much operating off the charts when it comes to songwriting and instrumentation. They approach black metal with a style and a mindset that just is not explored in the black metal world. Definitely check this out. I mean, if you just want to sit back and chill out and listen to, emotive, sweeping, atmospheric black metal, not going to get it here. This is more of a edge of your seat, listen to the weird time signatures and riff ideas and quirky changes. I mean, this is a full, challenging album. It's short, but it demands your attention for the full time length. Definitely check it out if you're a more adventurous black metal connoisseur. The Synarchy of Molten Bones, Deathspell Omega. The collective distro, Bindrune Recordings, has copies of these. You should come and snag one before they're gone. Again, I will put links below in the description, and I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch these videos. Comment. It's been nice getting some interaction with you guys. And as far as interaction goes, again, the 21st of this month, next Saturday, I want to say, myself, Brain Smasher, Eric Bauer, and Bog Phantom are all getting together to shoot the shit, chew the fat, hopefully give you guys a entertaining discussion, and hopefully a little interaction as well. That's it for now. I will be back hopefully soonish with my year-end list and a Metallica review. Talk to you guys later. Thanks.